What's up, what's up, y'all? This is Hip Hop Omega. We're talking about the performance the Migos did on SNL. It wasn't a bad performance, but then again, it wasn't that great. It was an okay performance. Not to mention, Charles Barkley threw a little shade when he was introducing the trio.
Ladies and gentlemen, Migos.
He kind of didn't put forth much energy and kind of like looked the other way. You could tell he just didn't, he wasn't feeling this group. And from my past, I just know Charles Barkley's not a person who likes, rappers and stuff like that. He pretty much doesn't like that whole type of culture. Some might say he doesn't even like most black people, but it was definitely a bad look for Charles Barkley to introduce them. So that already started off bad. Starting off the performance, I thought it was okay. They performed Stir Fry, which is a nice song produced by Pharrell. If I had to choose a song off the album, I would have chose that song. Quavo was in the center as the main attraction, as he should be. He's the more recognized one. I like the way all three of them were dressed. Even what's his name, Takeoff, even though I don't think I would wear none of that, but Quavo was one in particular that kept spinning his jewelry, catching the attention of the crowd. Like, why are you doing that? Like, you mean to tell me you think people watching you don't have jewelry, don't have money? Like, you're not proving anything to anybody but the poor people watching you. And keep in mind, SNL has a demographic that's not like BET or whatever hip-hop urban venue like that. So you're getting new looks from people who are judging you from a different perspective. So I don't know if I would have been spinning my jewelry like that, like, I don't know, the typical stereotype rapper. I probably would have done something a little different if I was them. But Offset did a good job performing. Quavo did a good job performing. Takeoff was a little funny with his performance. He was like shuffling his feet. He looked a little, I don't know if you want to say hi, or like he was in a different zone and looks like he didn't want to sing his song. A lot of people are saying like the auto-tune or the audio was bad. They don't know if it was Migos themselves putting on poor quality or if it's to be blamed on their stereo equipment. So you can imagine there was a lot of feedback on social media from Twitter of people saying, it was a bad performance, it was a good performance. But from what I noticed, a lot of people who are saying it's a bad performance are those that are not really the ideal or are from that urban community, meaning, white. So I kind of don't blame them for seeing that performance and thinking it wasn't a good performance. I read one tweet where one person was like, this hip hop group didn't dance one time. I missed the Black Eyed Peas. Like, first off, Migos are not a group that dances. This is not Omarion or Chris Brown. You're not going to get much movement out of them. I mean, they're not Jay-Z. They're not just going to sit there and rap to you for a whole hour and you're going to pay for that concert ticket. But it just shows you, like, people who don't know much about hip-hop are comparing you to something that is uncomparable too. It's just not this type of group. And a lot of people are calling this performance, the worst performance of SNL, or, why did SNL have this group on? SNL don't really put people on for their performances. They put people on based off of how they rank in, I guess you can say, relevancy in what's going on in this climate right now. And Migos is kind of that group. So rather they put on a good performance or not, they kind of deserve to be on that SNL stage performing. Could they have done a better job? Yes, I agree. So to all my listeners who are debating, hey, should I go check out that footage, Hip Hop Omega, I would tell you it's not worth your time. It wasn't a bad performance, but it wasn't good enough for you to kind of take time out of your day to go watch it. So just a quick review. It could have been a lot better, but it wasn't as bad as everyone's saying it is. I think it's just a matter of perspective and different audience looking from a different set of eyes. But salute to Migos. Hope they keep doing their thing. And we're going to sign out here for Hip Hop Omega. Peace.